What's the difference between lust and love? We get them confused. What are your turn-ons? What are your turn-offs? Do you know what really gets you hot under the collar, baby? Are you always dating the person that frankly sucks in bed? Are you and your mate not mating anymore? Do you even know what turns you on? I have that answer. With a date of birth, I can tell you anything. We call it Secrets of Birthdays, the Love and Lust Report. Find out your birthday secrets today, available online at secretsofbirthdays.com.
Soul Garden.
Namaste and welcome to Soul Horoscopes Orbits Edition. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Rayman Witecki, your soul biographer, here to help you put together the planets and build your life story on the Earth plane. Couple announcements. We've got so much going on right now. The sun's going to cross over Uranus this week for a holy shift on Thursday. Then on Friday, it's Venus New Year's, which means we are reborn. And for all of us, this is really about putting down an old ego and saying hello to a new one, which means that we may have to say goodbye to a war or admit to ourselves we have lost a battle that we've probably been fighting needlessly since childhood. So it's an ending of our personal Cold Wars. Now, I do want to remind you that I have a class this Saturday and the following Saturday called Jumpstart the Heart for $33.95 on webcam, limited edition. Me and 6 students will dive into a few issues and get you back on the heart path, back on finding love, back on finding creativity. It's unique to be able to work with me one-on-one, so give it a try. That's at soulmart.me if you'd like to know. Also, if you buy a 1-hour reading with me, you will get a Secrets of Birthdays video, which is a great value as well. That's $35 off the normal price. This is a video that's going to help you with love, help you connect to your heart, and it's a way of kind of learning in private at home. So all of this is available at soulmart.me. All right, so without further ado, let's take the Ascension elevator and take a deeper bird's eye view of you right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Tonight we have 2 choices for your in-flight meals. We have a stewy fish with a mercury sauce or our charbroiled chicken with antibiotic dressing. And everyone please prepare for a possible water landing.
Hello, Ambassador Gemini, and welcome now to 33,000 feet, where we're going to get a bird's eye view of you. This is for Gemini's risings, and logicians, as we put it in the Lightcast report cards, because that's what you are. You are basically magicians with logic, I believe. And we are in a tough spot. Everyone on Earth is making some profound changes. We're going to move into Chapter 2 of Sun in Aries. Now, you are working on your I belong state of awareness. There's a part of your soul that does nothing but monitor where you belong. And what do you think determines where you belong? It's where your heart feels a match. So this is context consciousness, the way you contextualize yourself in society. Perhaps you've always been the blue-collar worker or the nice guy that finishes last, or the nerd, or whatever these types of things. Well, Geminis, and particularly Gemini risings, probably changing for their entire life their context consciousness this week. The universe has invested an incredible amount of planets into the whole topic. Over this week, the sun will cross over Uranus, which is at step 8, I decide. So you will decide to innovate your belonging in the world, your social reputation, the where you feel like you belong. And your home planet is direct, so you are thinking in the future, you are thinking for the future, but your thinking is back on the last state of awareness, which is your career. So although you are moving ahead with where you belong, your thoughts, a huge part of what Geminis and even Gemini risings are, your thoughts are still back on career development, and by the end of this week, you will feel like you've made some profound breakthrough with career. Incidentally, this is all new territory when it comes to personal boundaries. You will feel uneasy, uncomfortable, and uncertain. That's because you are creating new trust with yourself, and that trust is loving yourself. Protect what you love in yourself, and then, of course, protect what you step on out in the world and love that. And that's basically the boundary structure until further notice, says Pluto. Just want you to know that is what's going on. Saturn retrograde means no new lifestyle challenges, but you must maintain the lifestyle you have learned to live in so far, and that includes health issues as well, Gemini and Gemini risings. All right, and now for my favorite part of the show, where you find out what is above is below, and that is, of course, in outer space. And we're going to start with Sunday. Sunday, cloudy chance of some home conflicts. The moon is in Virgo, so emotions are focused on your home family foundation and feeling better. But there might be a breakdown with your sense of belonging. You may suddenly feel very out of place, perhaps even at home. This is because you are recognizing on Sunday where your heart is and whether or not it feels like it can belong somewhere. So there might be a bit of a breakdown, but there's certainly a lesson. And by Monday, you are breaking through. Sunny nesting and resting actually on Monday. This is the nest and rest you needed. But this is also an opposing, a squaring off between your feelings, which are in Virgo, which means how your feelings are at large, and where you feel like you should be going or what you should be doing out in society. In a way, this is, or with career. In a way, this is a bit of a test that you have indeed healed when it comes to what you've learned with career. And perhaps what you may have learned is that you don't push yourself in this moment. On Tuesday, sunny nesting and resting again, but you're a bit more awake. The moon is in Virgo, will shift to inner child by the end of the day. You should restore balance and order to your relationships. If you had a bit of a breakup with a friend or something like that with the I belong transit over the weekend, this is a day where things will repair enough to return to comfortable. This should also return to comfortable for yourself, kind of in the world at large. On Wednesday, it's cloudy with a chance of temper tantrums. That's because we do now have the full moon, and the moon is, of course, in Libra. That pulls emotions into a very tender spot for you, thy inner child. And suddenly it is the emotions of your inner child versus wherever you feel like you belong or you should have to be in society. So this is really the final breakdown of the belonging issues. This might be an intensifying of any conflicts you've had with friends, or this might be where the conflict actually comes out into the open. Your inner child is very sensitive, and it's likely you will have a release on this day. On Thursday, though, things do heal. It's sunny and childlike. The moon steps way into Libra, and it's Holy Shift Day. Notice the sun crossing over Uranus there in the inner blue-green circle. That crossing is the universe calling for you to have a holy shift, which is, in your case, you decide once and for all you no longer belong with one sort of consciousness and therefore belong in a new direction of consciousness. You may not be clear on where your new friends are or where your new place in society is, but you should be clear on where it isn't as of this day. On Friday, it's sunny and hyper alert. The moon shifts into Scorpio, pulling feelings into the moment and into lifestyle. So lifestyle becomes very much where your emotional preoccupation is. It's also Venus New Year. This is the day where the sun conjuncts Venus, and so this is a day of rebirth. It's very Christian. Yesterday we died, but only one day we rose. In your case, you are rising when it comes to the new potential of you in the world. So I think it's a great day. Mars rules the day, so you want to take action in that direction. And with the moon in Scorpio, you are feeling it in the moment, and I think you feel sharp enough to pull it off. On Saturday, you are sunny and manifesting this new belonging in the world. You're also feeling and taking responsibility for a new life in your lifestyle. This is also an excellent day to connect to your body and health and get it back on track. You certainly have to do the extra mile. Remember, Saturn is retrograde. On Sunday, it's sunny and sentimental as the moon moves into the house of long-term relationships. So you will be feeling on Sunday and through Monday your feelings for how you relate to the world on a more personal level. At the same time, Chiron rules the day, which means you will move into a pleasant synergy of I love me and I love my place in the world. So if you do your soul work, which you can see it's an intense week, you will be really, I think, loving yourself and loving your place in the world, and maybe even be on a date because it's a sentimental time. All right, let's fly back home. And this wraps up our Soul Horoscopes edition. By the way, if you join GAtext.me, that's our GA service, I am sending extended help during these critical moments this week. You get extended help in the emails, and of course you get text messages directly to your phone. It's just $1 for the first week. Give it a try and have some soul support for once in your daily life. Also, I want to remind you that we are kind of reorganizing at soulgarden.me. Our guided hangouts will be back in a week or so. I will also be back in guided hangouts. I'll be sure to let you know. Until next time, remember I love you, and live, love, be.